Thanks for staying with us. Join us to discuss transforming Apapa through the S.H.E.E, the S.H.E.E agenda. Is Honorable Idowu Senbanjo, the Chairperson of the Apapa Local Government Council. Welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're hearing so many great things happening in Apapa. Tell us a bit about it, especially this S.H.E.E agenda. Tell us exactly what it's about.
Oh, good morning, and thank you for having me on the show. Good morning, residents of Lagos. Good morning, everybody. The S.H.E.E agenda is my agenda for my administration on, they're just guidelines on how to promote the things that we want to do or what we want to achieve in on how to move my administration forward. Basically, we're talking about security and traffic management, and transport. Okay. The H is for health care. E is for environment, infrastructure, and the other E is for education and skill acquisition and technology. So that's in a nutshell, just it's coined out of the themes agenda, and also President Tinubu's new renewed hope agenda.
Yeah. So one thing with Apapa is traffic.
Synonymous.
We cannot have you here and not just talk about the traffic. But I must say, you know, just over the weekend I went to visit family, and I noticed a huge improvement. Please, could you tell us some of the major roads that have been repaired? Because I noticed that roads have been repaired. Could you highlight those roads that have been repaired and what has been done traffic-wise in the area?
We've done quite a few roads. The roads that we have there, the major roads that we have done, well, I cannot attribute the success of the gridlock, the end of gridlock, to myself alone. It's a combination of the federal government, the state government, and the local authority. The federal government and the state government have done their own part, and us as the local authority, we stopped the good boys, so to speak, and the vendors from collecting tolls from trailers and illegal truck drivers on the streets. They were actually enhancing the truck drivers parking on the road and blocking traffic and all that. So in line with what the federal government were doing, that's the MPA, they were able to stop that and limit that, because if they were doing that, they were actually encouraging them, and then, you know, the problems between federal and state and the boys on the road, they would say, oh, they are doing it for the local authority. That would have been an issue. Some of the roads that we have done, from Ijora, we have the 7-Up Road, we have Ijora Palace Road, we have Market Road. In Apapa itself, we have Warehouse Road, we have Abiola Johnson, we have Senator Musi, we have Warehouse Road. We have well, we have quite a few. Yes.
Sure.
I'm so happy that this initiative has come up, because I remember when I used to work at Apapa, that side is not traffic, it's gridlock. It's gridlock with plenty containers and all of that on the road. So I'm very happy with this the initiative. And we talk about the H, that's the health sector. I want to ask, what specific improvements have been made to primary healthcare centers in Apapa?
For primary healthcare, one of the best initiatives that we have are efficient referral systems between the primary healthcare and the secondary healthcare. From our primary healthcare centers, once we refer them to the secondary healthcare centers, the referrals go easily and they're accepted, you know, with ease. So that relationship, we've built a very good relationship between both primary and secondary healthcare centers. We've put in, we have our ambulance service, which at any point in time you can come in. We have doctors, nurses in the primary healthcare centers.
They have not jackpot.
They're not jackpot. Well, some of them have jackpot, but then we still have those that we're working with. We have to keep replacing, and yes, we have 3 primary healthcare centers. We will have one across the lagoon in the village, Nancy village. We have one in Ijora and we have one in Apapa. The one in Ijora is the biggest, and that one works 24 hours. The one in Apapa, we're trying to get it to work 24 hours. That business is picking up in that avenue, and the facilities every day is improving, and we're doing strong.
Okay, for the elderly, physically challenged, and the widows, what support do you have available for them in Apapa?
We have our insurance, which healthcare insurance. We have, apart from healthcare insurance, we have, we take care of them in different ways. Their birthdays, whenever they are doing things, we try to see them. We actually visit the elderly. We visit them from time to time to see how they're doing. One of the things we want to introduce is, to ensure that they're not left behind in most of the things we do. For instance, our Christmas carol that we had this time last Christmas was centered around the elderly. And some of them haven't gone out in a long time, and having that warm community thing around them, it brought a lot to them. Financially, we support them, healthcare and little things from time to time.
Okay, thank you.
So, apart from the vulnerable, there's also what I believe you do for the youths concerning skill acquisition programs. Could you tell us a bit about that?
You're also giving blending machine, like what kind of thing, and the kekena pep, because we are kind of kekena peps and
so what kind of skill acquisition programs?
How are you empowering your young people in Apapa?
Personally, I really don't believe in this sort of empowerment, although we've done 1 or 2 things with MPA and some other companies. But for me, I would rather, we tried to take them abroad. Unfortunately for us, there were visa issues which it didn't work out. But we're trying to see how we can, get other countries to do that for them. When you take them out of the country to see how things work in other countries and how the vocation they have learned, how it works for them, they come back with a different mindset. We found that most of the time the blenders and the machines that you're selling, you're giving them there and then they sell it on the spot. I mean, it's okay because for some people it helps in some ways, but for me personally, I mean, people like it, but it's not something I would like to go into because at the end of the day, it doesn't transcend to what I would believe would support them. So I would like to take that in a different angle and empowering them in learning different things. I mean, we have our wealth creation thing, which we have said, look, waste to wealth. We use tires, we use water hyacinth, we use coconut shells, we use plastics and rubber things around us for them to learn how to make things. We're going into ICT, especially now with the digital evolution. Let's empower them in doing this sort of things so that they are economically empowered.
Growing up as a child, when you hear Apapa, you think amusement park. You're going to have, once you're going to Apapa, it's just amusement park. That was like the highlight then when I was a child of Apapa. What I know it's not a government entity, but what are you doing to support that park? I mean, I heard that when people still go back there, or what is it that you're going to be letting Apapa become the focal point so that people know that, okay, when you come to Apapa, this is what you experience when you come to Apapa?
One of the things that my administration concentrated on when we came in is cleaning up Apapa.
Okay.
We needed to clean up the place, tidy up the place, because Apapa was it was something else.
It was a mess.
It was a mess. And today we've been able to achieve to a certain extent. People still have the fear of coming into Apapa because of the Great Lock.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies have moved out.
Right.
Breaking down is very easy. Building up is always difficult.
Yeah.
To get an Uber driver to come into Apapa, you have to call at least 5 to 10 Ubers before they can come up. Now, we've started what we call the regeneration of the economy of Apapa.
Okay.
Once we can kick off with the regeneration, and that's why we're calling on companies and people who live in Apapa to come in and support what the local government is doing to build the economy of Apapa, so that the things that we have in Apapa can benefit people. The amusement park it's a beautiful place to come to, and it's been rebuilt. They've put in new equipment there, and it's a nice place. Every Christmas we have our children's party there, and other schools who know that it's easy to come to Apapa than to go to Lekki or to go to Aja. You can drive in and drive out of Apapa without force or.
I'll definitely try to come to Apapa.
You should come in.
Because I've not been there in forever.
I have
Oh, you should.
I'm surprised.
I was surprised.
I was
sure.
like, it's like a major detour from your regular.
Yes.
Oh no.
No traffic.
And then the Tinkan end as well.
Yes.
Wow. That was a no-go area. Today you can drive in and out. Going to the airport from Tinkan is a 20 minutes drive.
Imagine that.
Before you take 5 days in the traffic there. Yes, it used to take at least 5 days. But today you can drive in and out of Apapa at ease. And that is the beauty of Apapa. Apapa is small, it's compact, and we have everything there.
Okay. So I have to wrap up with you very soon.
Okay, so let's talk about the educational parts, because they're really touching key sites. And I want to ask you, how is the local government supporting students in Apapa with educational resources such as textbooks, uniforms, and exam forms?
Every year we pick on different things that we do for our children. We started off with school bags, we have uniforms, at least 2 sets of uniforms per child. We have shoes, socks, school bags, water bottles. We have in Apapa today, all our children in the primary schools have 1 set of textbooks to a child. Unlike in most schools, they have 1 set of textbooks per 3 children. So in Apapa, we have 1 set of textbooks per child. And we look at what it is that they do. If I had my way, there are more things we would want to bring in. For instance, what is the gap that we have with the private schools that the public schools are having? We would like to bridge that gap. Those are things that we're looking into, and those are things that in my second term we would like to look into to bridge the gap, so that, whatever is me, you have very highly intelligent children who are missing opportunities and can compete better than most children in private schools.
School fees is free.
And the school fees is free.
For education.
So, as I said, those are the sort of things that we're helping out with. We have robotics. We have our computer school centers in the school. We have
in the Apapa Library.
Yes, in the Apapa Library, we have our hub. We have our skill acquisition centers. In the summer, we encourage the children in the school to come to the skill acquisition centers to learn, home economics and, do different things that could enhance their skills when they're at home.
Okay, we have to wrap up, but I'm sorry. I can't let you go without asking this question about. You seem very prim and proper. how are you managing in this local government? Because when we hear local government, thinking crude, basic, grassroots, you know, and here you are acting as if you are working in one shell company, one international.
This is Apapa. So it is the way you present yourself that the people will accept you.
See how your tone is already changing. Yes, because
I guess when you're on the road, you behave like this.
So you have it inside you.
But apart from any other thing, I think I've been blessed. The people of Apapa have accepted me for who I am and what I stand for. And it was tough initially, but they have seen me for who I am and what I stand for. And they're beginning to adjust themselves. And I mean, you come to my office, it's not a typical chairman's office. Yeah,
I would definitely like to visit that.
Please do. It's not a typical. It's not a typical chairman's office.
I was going to ask how are business owners and residents helping out in the contribution for the development of Apapa?
It's been slow, but today I can say that the trust was not there before. When we first came in, it was very tough. But today they have seen what we have done and how much efforts we have put into to, you know, try to improve the things going on in the local government. So a lot of them are coming up willingly to pay their dues, to support, and
we have to wrap up right now. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you. When we come to Apapa, we'll stop and come and see how different your office looks compared to others. That's all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.